Thousand Needles was the land once known for centaurs, hyenas, and the best trinket in the game that gave you astonishing 3% speed while mounted. What has changed after the Cataclysm revamp? Let's find out. So, when you first arrive there, you receive an order to help your faction. Grimtot and Torin are attacking their outpost, and you are the hero who has to charge into battle and save the day. After you accomplish this task, you're then sent to help out gnomes and goblins that station on a speed barge floating over the area that used to be called Shimmering Flats. You know, as King Anduin says, goblins do things for a reason, and you will help them out to implement their plans. At least, that's what happens on a Horde side. But the quests are the same for both factions from this moment on. The first quest is to retrieve sunken parts from underneath the speed barge. And I know, that sounds boring, underwater quests, but you need to retrieve them in order to build your own boat that will serve you during your adventures in the zone. It's really convenient and cool addition, makes questing really easy. Unfortunately, the boat works only in Thousand Needles. You can't have everything. Also, don't forget to take a look for an outhouse underwater with question mark above it. Depending on the faction, a gnome or a goblin is locked inside. Just get the key from one of the treasure hunters nearby and you're done. We're just 1 minute into the video and as you can see, there's a lot of things going on. But Thousand Needles is all over the place and you will see much more. After that, the real fun begins. You go to a bar and start a fight by crushing a bottle of grog on someone's head. Why would you do such thing in the first place? Because the quest giver says so. No explanation needed. Unfortunately, your fun is interrupted by some more pressing issues. Pressing issues, namely a pirate attack. Your job is to put out the fires and drown the pirate boats. Apparently, you're the only one who actually cares about it, because rest of the crew is running meaninglessly or stand in their usual places. Or they just drink at the bar. Whatever. If you manage to do it, you'll be catapulted back onto the speed barge. That incident begins a quest chain that will end up in killing a pirate boss, Tony Two Tusks. You don't know who that is? Well, now you do. And it's a shame that I already spoiled everything that's going to happen. Well, actually, not everything. But more on that later. But first, you have to rescue a prisoner that's being held captive by the pirates. On the Alliance side, it's Whistle, and on the Horde side, Singe. When you talk to them, they will tell you that a key to their cages is in Tony's possession. But Tony is well guarded by the ogres who are elite mobs, and you will either have a hard time killing them at level, or you won't be able to do it at all. Fortunately, Whistle, or Singe, comes up with an ingenious plan. You need to collect some treasure from the bottom of the canyon and then use it to bribe the ogres. The plan works perfectly and you reach Tony without a scratch. After you kill him, and may I say the fight is pretty unique. I'm not really going to go into logic in this fight, but in order to kill Tony you have to first defeat 4 pirates that for some reason were hiding in the chests. After you defeat them, Tony jumps out and you can finally fight him. And next thing you do is, you go back to the captive and open the cage. But here's where the plot twist takes place. Tony suddenly appears behind you as a ghost, and from this moment on you'll be haunted by a spirit demanding you to resurrect him. And guess what you are going to do? First you kill Tony, and now you are going to help him to come back to life. Obviously that's what happens. The ritual of resurrection will require you to go to Tony's ex-wife, and after a small conversation, she will send you to kill 3 of his closest friends and collect her organs. If they weren't pirates, you could put the quest on the morally grey list. After you do it, she'll send you to collect some other gross stuff. It's the voodoo mon. Meanwhile, Tony drops some interesting lines. Apparently, he knows Monkirk. Check it out. Anyways, next, you perform a soul extraction from a mage nearby. After that, you can finally complete the ritual. Tony's alive again. That's when you have to part your ways, but He promises to pay you back when you meet again. Maybe, somewhere in the future. And this is the end of the first episode of the Forgotten Leveling Zones. Leave a comment if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, leave a comment too. And I'm going to see you in the next video.